India is planning a digital firewall against China. For months now, New Delhi has been dragging its feet. It has stopped short of banning Chinese telecom equipment, but now a new policy is in the works. It would make it harder for Chinese companies like Huawei and ZTE to do business in India. India's Department of Telecommunications has made a few amendments. The licensing conditions have been changed. What does this entail? Indian telecom companies will have to consider, quote-unquote, defense and national security before buying equipment. They will be required to source from trusted telecom equipment sources, which basically means suppliers that India can trust. Now, this qualification is a result of something that happened last year. Last year, India's Cabinet Committee on Security, which is the final decision-making body on national security, issued a new directive. It called for telecom products to be classified under two categories: trusted and non-trusted. Now, the new rules kick in from the 15th of June, in fact. Once that happens, telecom companies will not be able to use any products that are labeled non-trusted. Chinese companies Huawei and ZTE are going to feel the pinch. If their gear is labeled non-trusted, no one will be able to use it. Huawei and ZTE have been accused of installing backdoors in their technology, vulnerabilities that might leave doors open for hackers to exploit. India's biggest telecom operators, including the state-run telecom companies, have all got equipment from Chinese vendors. So it's safe to say they will all have to think about dumping it. Curbs on Chinese technology is now becoming a necessity, especially after it emerged that Chinese hackers tried to target critical infrastructure in India using malware last year at the peak of the border standoff in Ladakh. Chinese hackers were linked to last year's blackout in Mumbai, the same blackout that had brought the entire city to a standstill. Reports say India is now planning to strengthen its cybersecurity with a new national strategy. And under this strategy, digitally connected government systems and India's nuclear power and aviation infrastructure will all be secured. Chinese hackers are becoming the next big national security threat for India. Just this week, we learned about the hack at Microsoft. At least 30,000 American organizations, including local governments, were hacked. According to a report, this is a Chinese cyber espionage campaign. Flaws in Microsoft's Exchange software were exploited. A cybersecurity news website said that emails were stolen and computers were infected with tools that let attackers take control of systems remotely. Listen to what the CEO of a prominent cybersecurity firm had to say about these cyber attacks.
We don't have rules of engagement in cyberspace. Modern nations don't have rules they're playing by. And what I just saw was China doing something they don't normally do. So that means they're expanding, they're incrementing what they are thinking is permissible. So we're going to have to define rules.
We don't have rules of engagement in cyberspace, he says. And in any case, China doesn't play by the rules. The threat is growing, and countries around the world need to firm up their defenses. A ban on Chinese technology seems to be the starting point. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.